Welcome to the first full lecture for GIS 300 on the online capacity. So the way I'm going to do this is I want to have short chunks of video to demonstrate one skill per video. I don't want to talk at you for 50 minutes in a video and have you go insane. So that'll make it easier to search later on if you want to, hey, how did I create a bookmark? You can look for the bookmark video rather than online lecture number 1, minute number 42. So the homework that goes with this is going to be to replicate those things that I do in these videos. So for every week's lecture, there's going to be an assignment that is go ahead and recreate that which I have done and provide a link to me in Blackboard, and I'll go there and look and see that you've done it, and that's going to constitute the homework for the lecture portion of the class. So very skills based. And in addition to that, the labs from now on, as planned in the syllabus, are going to be all project-based. So first lab is exploring the question you want to ask and looking for the data. And then the second lab is manipulating that data, doing some analysis. Third lab is going to be finishing the analysis and starting to put maps together. The maps that you're going to do can be online. They can be bookmarks, so you go You'll see what I mean by that in a couple of videos, but they can be in ArcGIS Online in a slightly different format than normal because I'll just be looking at the thing you've created online rather than a printed out thing. And there will be a written report to go with that in the same way. But it doesn't have to be a printed map in the way that you would normally have a map coming out of desktop. So I'm going to go through some just basic things today. It's going to be very, I don't want to say repetitious, but it's going to teach you how to do things that you know how to do in ArcGIS Desktop. So it's stuff you need to know how to do. It's stuff I hope you'll find useful in your final projects. So two things to think about. One is the homework. So you're going to do what I do, and you can either follow along as I do, or you can watch it all the way through and then execute. But the other thing, start thinking about what you want to do for your final project. So over the next couple of days, scratch your head about it. You can start to look for data sets if you want to, but the labs are going to be sort of a rotating 1 week long due date to make sure you're staying on track and finding data, analyzing, being successful with this. The difficulties come up when there's no data to be found to support the question. That's when you have to either reevaluate your question or come up with something completely different. But they can be really anything. One question that we had last time was, where do I expect to find ash? According to what I know about ash's ecology, so specifically brown ash was the question. That's find me locations that are close to streams, that are close to roads where I can go there and actually find them, and where they're close to wetlands and certain elevations as well. Another one is where are the densities of highest strandings of sea turtles. That's a useful map. We looked at that at the beginning of the class, just to say this township has so many strandings of sea turtles, this township has so many, that one has more, that one has less. Question can be, what explains the amount of deer harvested? One of the students last year looked at, does roads explain? Roads explained a bit. Another looked at, does the presence of deer yards in a township explain? And that again explained a bit. None of those gives the whole picture, but they all influence. And both of those were statistically significant relationships, which is neat. So it could be the sky's the limit. If you have a question and you're not sure you can find data to support it, contact me as soon as possible. So I'm available to you from 8 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night every day of the week. I'm on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook not so much, but sometimes. You have my cell phone number, you have email, you have a bunch of ways to get in touch. So fire away any questions you have. If I'm not asleep or eating, I will answer your question. So fire away, and hope you enjoy the next series of videos showing you how to do stuff in online.